This video is for you married ladies who don't want to have sex with your husbands anymore. And that's a common thing that can happen. It doesn't have to happen, especially after you've had children. Naturally, when you have children, your interest in sex with your husband will decline, and it's supposed to decline because your priority and for the survival of the human species, your child must absolutely come first. Um, the first few years of life, the first 5 years of life, you may not even be able to get away overnight or go out much, if at all, or I don't know, maybe if in a few hours here or there, because children who are neglected, I'm not just talking abuse, but neglected. If you have a child, like, children need so much love and attention, and the mother feels this very strongly. There are a lot of hormonal changes, and I don't know what other changes that happen in the mother. For example, she will hear the cry of her baby at a louder decibel level than the father will. And for the optimal development of the infant and the toddler, the mother has to make the child her biggest priority, and she naturally wants to be the mama bear. This is natural, and this is very important. Yes, there will be times to have sex, but usually, the baby might be sleeping with you, the child might be coming in during the night. I know some parents don't like to do that, but in many cultures, and including the way I raised my children, and in many cultures around the world, children sleep with their parents. I know I've heard that you can roll over on them. That's very rare. Children usually don't want to be left alone in a crib at night. It's not natural. That's like telling a little puppy not to sleep with its siblings and to put little puppies or little baby monkeys in little beds all alone. It's. I'm going to say children don't like it, and there's a reason they don't like it. They need love and they need nurturing. They need a lot of it. And so, for the sake of evolution and evolutionarily, that was the highest priority of the tribe and of the mother. However, as the child gets older, they will start to want to spend time with their friends. Even by the age of 4, they'll be like, Mom, I want to go off with my friend, or I want to have a sleepover with grandma, and all of this. As the child, after age 2 or so, definitely the mom needs to start shifting her attention back to her husband. And here's the reason why. Because the most important relationship is the couple, the mother and the father. So there's a temporary shift towards the baby while it's very little, but the primary relationship has to be the husband and the wife together. And it's so important that that bond be very strong for the sake of the family unit, because when mom and dad are happy and well bonded, the whole household is happy. When mom feels neglected or dad feels neglected or there's tension, the children feel that, and they pick up on that. Children don't have boundaries. Everything that happens in the home, even mom and dad arguing, they take it in. Children do not have boundaries. Hearing parents argue is trauma to a child. I was witnessing someone having an inner child healing, and that was just based on the trauma that he had hearing his parents argue when he was little and hiding under the covers and playing with his toy soldiers. So I know parents argue, but just so you know, it's better if they don't. So here's the thing. If you're not having sex, you're friends, you're roommates, okay? The difference between a romantic partner and a roommate or any other friend is the sexual and romantic component. And it is true that sex bonds you as a couple. Sex bonds you. Good sex bonds you as a couple. It makes you feel closer to each other. It makes you feel connected. And hopefully married people are having sex 2 or 3 times a week. Hopefully that they want to, and that they feel that helps them stay connected. Now, there are reasons a woman, and this is where I was getting to. A man's going to feel his need for sex more strongly than a woman does. That's how these married men end up coming to see me. They love their wife. They don't want to leave their wife, but the wife has lost interest in sex for a number of different reasons. Children being one, whatever. Sex is usually not that important to women. And when women want an orgasm, we just masturbate. We don't have to look to our husband for sex. So it's easier for women to not be in touch with their need for sex. And that's where it's important for the man to not let that happen and to make a deal about it. To make a deal about it. Because some men think, if I'm just a good enough doormat, if I just clean the garage the way she wants, if I'm just like her little domestic puppy, she'll fuck me. But that's the opposite, because she'll disrespect you. You have to maintain some attractiveness, and your wife will not want to have sex with you if she's just gotten lazy about it. If she doesn't feel the urge because you're letting her get away with it, if the kids are around, if she's stressed, if she's mad at you over the last argument about your parents or the kitchen remodel or whatever. Women have a lot of reasons, so it's up to you as the man, as having the stronger sex drive, to let her know. And this is something you can do is, babe, remember how it used to be when we first met? I miss that. Do you miss that? And usually she will. And if not, find out why. Some good things to do after that conversation is, if you have kids, to take an overnight away or a weekend away, a trip away from the house, away from the responsibilities, away from the kids, because in a new environment, usually the woman will want to have more sex when she's away. It's good bonding. Sex is good bonding for the couple. Good sex. Not sex where he's just like making you do stuff you don't want or whatever. Good connected sex. And the other option is to go to therapy. But this video is also for the women, because ladies, I don't think that you realize how important sex is to a man. And not having sex with him would be like him just refusing to pay for the food or the rent. And saying, well, I don't want to buy you any gifts. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to listen to your feelings. They need sex more than we do. Men need sex more than we do. They feel it as a real strong need, the way we feel the need to do makeup or go shopping or talk to our girlfriends or talk. I don't know if there's a similar thing. Like, they need it a lot more. And if you don't have sex with them, they won't leave you. A man will not leave you if you don't have sex with him. I've never heard of that. They won't leave you because they still love you. But they become very unhappy. And sometimes they will get a mistress or see an escort, or they'll watch porn because they still have that need. And if that need isn't met in the relationship, they'll either have to suppress it or get it met elsewhere. And that's just the nature of men. And I just want people to be aware of it. And then you can decide what you want to do about it and what kind of wife you want to be. But again, I think that it's really important for people to speak up when their needs aren't met, because guys, your wife doesn't know that your sexual need is so strong. I never knew it until recently, that I've been reading more about men and learning more about men. So I'm here to inform you. And for some men, it's a bigger deal than for other men. But I would say that almost every married man who's here isn't here because he likes to cheat. He's here because his wife doesn't want to have sex with him anymore. And he's not going to leave her. They don't leave over that. I've never heard of a man leaving. So ladies, you don't have to worry about your guy leaving, but he might be seeing other women or fantasizing about other women or watching porn or something. They just have a stronger sex drive than we do. And they would rather have sex with you. A man would rather have sex with his wife. But yeah, they just have that strong biological need. I guess it's kind of like, I don't know, what would be the equivalent for women that we have that's as strong of a need? But that's where men, I also always tell men, you have to talk to your wife, like I said, take a weekend away, and also realize, don't let her get away with it. You have to be dominant and build that attraction, and not be a doormat and be like, okay, I won't ask for sex from you. It's like, babe, we're fucking. If you're not going to fuck me, we're going to therapy. You got to put your foot down and be a man, because a woman is going to submit, in my opinion, to a strong man. To a strong man with boundaries and standards. That could even turn her on. It's like, damn, I better put my shit together. We can't let ourselves go. If we want a healthy, happy relationship, we have to invest in that relationship. We have to maintain our attitude, our health, our sexual connection, give each other attention, have time to ourselves to rebuild and to have our own autonomy. And I think that, hell, I wish I was in a relationship I could work on with someone who wanted to work on it. I don't have anyone. So this is just me talking for those of you who have. I'm going to make a separate video this weekend about the modern dating market, and another video about threesomes. Those are on my list to do. Also, be sure to check out my Rumble channel. If you go to Rumble, look for the channel Shahrzad Morgan, and you'll find me there talking about things that I can't talk about here. And thank you for watching my video.